the Elder Dragon. You mess with his kids, and he's like, all right, I'm going to wait here and get killed to show everybody who's boss.
As usual.
That's right. Way to go, Elder Dragon.
If you kill a dragon's children, they come to get killed too.
That's right. Solidarity, man. That's what it's like to be a dragon. True. Now, they interview these guys before the season began, and Ixu actually said in the interview that he was the best top laner in LCK. Well, that's a bold claim, Ixu. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced by Ixu's claim of being the best top laner in LCK.
He could have done a lot of work over the past month and a half, DoA.
All you got to say is Smeb exists. So in a world where Smeb can go from where he was to the state he's in now, anybody can really become the best top laner.
That's true. Ixu was never the worst top laner in this league.
He was never, Ixu at his worst was never as bad as Smeb was at his worst. Not by a long shot, actually.
No, not anywhere close.
Lust Boy looking like he's going to go and sell some insurance door to door after this, too.
Maybe he will.
Maybe. No, it's going to be too late at night. That'd be kind of creepy if he shows up at midnight. Would you like to buy some? Why do you say I need insurance, Lust Boy?
What? You saying there's something wrong with the midnight Lust Boy, DoA?
That's right. Well, Lust Boy, he's got a compelling argument. It's like, well, you don't want to have it. You don't want to need it, not have it, right?
When you had your band Midnight Lust Boy, what genre of music did they play, DoA?
Well, clearly hair metal. Midnight Lust Boy is about as hair metal as it gets. I like how they have the exclamation point over Bang in that little intro thing. It's like, Bang, be the champion.
I like how it's in cursive.
I know, right? It's very classy. But the thing is Bang is already a champion.
He's the champion of literally everything right now, DoA.
That's true.
Everything that matters.
He's the champion of the world.
He's the reigning IEM world champion. He's the reigning MSI champion. He's the reigning League of Legends world champion. He's the reigning Korea domestic champion.
Doesn't get much better than that.
It actually can't.
Well, here we go, guys.
I guess we just need to introduce more international tournaments so that he can be the champion of those too.
No, that's crazy talk. Shut your mouth, Montecristo.
He already has the Quadra crown. We're going for the Penta crown next.
He will not rest until he rules all 7 kingdoms. Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I get really excited about this stuff, DoA. I think it's super cool.
I'm happy to see you excited. It fills me with joy. Snowflower trying to fill expression with the power of
lightning,
the stars, and cosmic energy. Him and Tarek should really have a conversation. Because apparently Tarek is like powered by stars now too.
I wish I could be powered by stars, DoA.
You're not already? I thought you got that upgrade.
I got the star power upgrade.
That's right. I've seen your Twitter followers.
Being internet famous is not being real famous, DoA.
It's like,
you know that.
It's like Z-less celebrity in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Z.
I'm a Z-list celeb.
There you go. Oh, yes. Wouldn't our ancestors be proud? Is it at the moment? Looks like it is the Cloud Drake, I believe.
Yep. Look at him.
Light as a cloud.
If you kill that dragon, you run faster.
Wow.
True story. That's why Usain Bolt is the fastest man in the world.
He killed a dragon?
He killed 3 of them.
Wow. That's amazing. I thought he was just like really fast, but he's fast because he's also a dragon slayer. He never talks about that in interviews.
He doesn't want to give away the secret.
Well, now you did. Way to go.
Damn it. Sorry, Usain. It's going to be another Cloud Dragon next. Take a look at that pit. I wish in the spectator client with the Dragon Timer it would show us which one it was. That would be great.
Would be nice.
I'm sure they'll make that change eventually. Which one was coming up next, because otherwise we have to rely on our observers to check the pit, because we do not have our own observing PC, so I can't check it myself.
Oh, somebody sounds a bit salty.
No, it's fine.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're okay?
Good game design means that it should be available to everybody who's watching the game.
That's true. I agree on that. Whoa, Snowflower.
That's a pretty big takeaway. It will be an Infernal next.
Yeah. All right. And only 3 of the 4 dragons can spawn in a game, too. You can't get all 4 in the same game.
3 of the 4 dragons can spawn in a game 1 also. In any game, in fact.
Well, you know what I mean. A maximum of 3 out of the 4. Different dragons.
I'm just messing with you. So
I understand. Yeah. You know, I just don't get why, like, we've had the same dragon for a long time and, you know, keeps getting killed over and over again. And apparently, other different kinds of dragons across Runeterra thought, hey, Summoner's Rift sounds like a really great place to go visit. I mean, I haven't heard from, like, Cousin Bob in a long time, but I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go check this place out.
The thousands of cousins
I know, right?
that were killed in that pit. It's actually closer to millions. How many millions of games of League of Legends do you think are played every day?
A lot. Many millions.
Yeah. So that's basically it's just a dragon genocide.
Pretty much. And yet,
they must be close to extinct. At one time, dragons, they just seemed numerous, like uncountable, such as the buffalo in the Wild West. But we know what happened there. It became a big problem after a while.
That's right. Rito sitting on top of a mound of dragon skulls.
I'd sit on top of a mound of dragon skulls, DoA.
I would make myself a throne out of dragon skulls.
I think you only need one dragon skull to make a throne.
Well, it depends on the size of the dragon, I suppose. And I'd also wear a dragon skull on my head as a helmet. It'd be one of the small ones, of course. I put one on the front of my car. You know, there's a lot of uses for dragon skulls when you think about it. You could.
There were a lot of uses for the buffalo too, DoA.
That's true.
That was part of the problem.
That is true. It's okay. We'll just put a dragon on a coin someday. It's fine.
Sometimes when you bring horses and guns to North America, you start creating potential extinction events, which is basically what happened.
Right.
Dragon was just sitting there chilling, and then all of a sudden they started fighting battles in here with people with advanced weaponry. It's not fair.
Yeah. Think of the dragons. Where's the dragon preserve in Runeterra? Yeah. Only 1 minute until that Infernal Drake pops up. Pyrrha's, or rather, Snowflower's left some hot cocoa out for him. It's nice.
It's not even cold, though.
No.
Looks like a nice
spring
or summer day.
If you're an Infernal Drake, you can always heat it up, too. If it gets a little bit cold.
There's a danger you melt the cup, though.
Well, you just, well, I mean, I'm sure if you were an Infernal Drake, you'd be good at, like, regulating the amount of heat you would use.
Are dragons good at that, DoA?
Maybe. I mean, maybe it's all a trap. Maybe Snowflower is luring the dragon with the prospect of hot cocoa. You know how dragons love their hot cocoa.
Not the player Coco, though. They hate the player Coco who kills them with
That's
spears.
True. Coco loves the hot dragons.
Hot Drake. Hot Drake's loved by Coco.
Hot Drake. Isn't that a musical artist? I don't know. I don't know what the kids listen to these days.
I don't know what the kids listen to these days either. It sounds like a lot of beeping and booping to me.
That's right. I don't know. They're like breaking it down and twerking it. Who knows? Where are the hula hoops like when we were kids? Almost.
Yeah, Fizz up to 8 stacks on that Dark Seal, so he hasn't been choosing to sell that yet.
Yeah. You know, 16 and 16 would be 32, wouldn't it?
It's 50% bonus
for
the Elder Dragon. You're not wrong, though.
Well, that's true. I did 16 and 16 is 32. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I got one right. It didn't really apply to what I was talking about, but I did math properly.
No, I was trying to deflect away from that, DoA.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Great job mathing on stream.
I'll just bring it right back around. You know.
Would you like to do any other addition problems while you're on stream right now?
Additional problems? Well, I mean, we'll see how the broadcast goes, but you never know.
Just whip out some equations.
As long as I don't miss lethal, I'll be happy.
Oh my lord, and free auto attacks forever. Songyun, he's a good AD carry, but did he deserve MVP this game when plays like that existed? No.
Probably not. I mean, he did a good job of not dying. That's right. Welcome to Summer's Rift yet again for game number 2 between the Afrika Freaks and Longzhu Gaming.
The magic square in the sky.
That's right.
How is it a rift?
Floating
that is
square.
not a rift. A rift is a valley. There is no rift here. It is on top of a mountain or it is a floating island.
I think they're talking about the river, which is a very shallow rift.
That's not a rift.
It's rift-like. It's just very shallow, you know?
No one would allow you to call this geographic setup a rift in the world.
Oh, yeah?
No. And it's not even for water summoners. We don't even know. The name literally has no meaning.
That's true.
What is a summoner? And now in the lore, and it's not a rift.
So it's like nobody's not rift.
Exactly.
Nobody's unriffed.
Terrible name.
Forest.
Just awful.
It's kind of a forest.
Floating island, mountaintop.
Floating forest. That's kind of cool. We'll take it.
Floating forest is significantly more descriptive.
All right. Well, you're welcome, Riot Games. That one's free. Welcome to Floating Forest.
Much better.
But who's going to get this first dragon?
It's Drake now, DoA. We're all European
Drake.
now.
My bad.
All the European players, you finally won.
Well,
The thing that was never called Dragon, but you called Drake, is now called Drake.
Isn't there a physiological difference between drakes and dragons?
I think a Drake is a male duck.
Well, that too. So maybe these are just really giant ducks.
So if you're asking me if there's a physiological difference between made-up things, DoA, my answer is I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure somebody's decided this somewhere.
You're now applying hard science to make-believe creatures, so...
Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, there are many reasons why not. Pick one.
I mean, I know the difference between, like, dragons and, like, wyverns, of course.
You do?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, wyverns don't have... Their front legs and their wings are one appendage, whereas dragons have separate wings from their forelegs.
Ah, I see.
So there you go. But as far as drakes and dragons, couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Would you rather be a wyvern or a dragon?
Dragon, obviously. I mean, I want to be able to like grab things with my front hands while I fly around and breathe fire on people. I don't know if I'd breathe fire though. I mean, fire is so mundane. I want to breathe something cool, like
a cold wind? That's pretty cool.
like poison or something. You know, that'd be sick.
Ice
Well,
breath?
Yeah.
Be cool like you wanted?
Anything other than flame, really. You know.
That was Longzhu's motto for this season also.
Yep. Well, it's like
Just let that joke go. Okay.
I don't know. I was trying to say the dragon. Say it again. Let me react to it this time. One more time.
No, it's done now.
One more time. Okay. I'll go watch the VOD and see what I think. I was just thinking of what other like elements I could breathe if I was a dragon. Infernal.
Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Does that mean it's the next one? Does it appear that fast? Who knows?
Who knows?
What if you breathe rubber? So like you breathe rubber on the ground underneath people and they just start bouncing around?
Is that what you use it for?
Yeah.
Why don't you just breathe fire and then go into a grove of rubber trees and burn up the trees?
That's true. That's too much work, man.
Here we go.
Yeah. Trying to defend that mid lane turret, but Longzhu is going to need to be very, very sure that they do not let Africa have that dragon. Drake. Whatever it is.
Draken.
Drake. Sounds like a video game. Draken. Probably was at one point. I'm half dragon, half Drake, the artist, musical artist. Let's go fight some crime.
Why crime?
I don't know. Because nobody likes crime.
And look at that. It's a beautiful ocean.
Yeah, that's right. Ocean Drake coming up next.
O Drake for short.
O Drake. I'm gonna go slay the O Drake.
Could also be the start of a Greek tragedy. O Drake.
O Drake, you lived in the pit and did not see the danger that you were forewarned of. Beware the Ides of March, O Drake.
Well, you successfully bridged 2,000 years of history right there.
We went from Greek to Roman. It was great.
Yes, to Roman.
Rome.
Yeah. Technically,
Rome, what are you talking about?
Technically, that's from Julius Caesar, the Shakespeare play.
Yeah, he was a Roman dude. I can't help it.
Just wasn't written.
I can't help it that Shakespeare wrote about him. I mean, Greek and Greece and Rome pretty close.
You can't help if Shakespeare
In
wrote
history.
about him. That implies that you would if you could. If you had a time machine, DoA, would you go back and prevent Shakespeare from writing Julius Caesar?
I'd go back and I'd be like, Will, all right, look, I'm going to be doing this esports, but don't worry about what esports is. It's not important. I'm going to make a dumb comment about something you wrote, and that will never happen if you don't write it, so don't.
So what would you have Shakespeare write? Uh-oh. Oh, okay, we're safe now.
A tragedy about dragons. like there's these mythical creatures. They're really big, a little bit. Well, in
I
your
think he
area,
knew.
really,
I think he knew what dragons were.
Yeah,
doing.
I was gonna say. They're cool, man. In the future, like 500 years from now, people will be really into dragons. So write about them now. You'll be ahead of your time.
Dragon Riders by William Shakespeare.
Yep, that's right.
It might be kind of difficult to stage that in Elizabethan times.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll have to bring some special effects guys back with us. I guess so. This is all a very elaborate time traveling setup to prevent me from telling a bad joke. But it's worth it, I think. It's just alter time and space for that. That's fine.
I agree. That's not. It's certainly not a reckless use of time travel at all.
No, man. I mean, Rick and Morty do that kind of stuff all the time. Fine. I'm not worried about it. And you shouldn't be either, viewers at home.
New uniforms this season?
Yeah, that's right. I feel like Afrika has updated uniforms as well.
Yeah, they do.
They do look good.
Everybody looking good in the new OGN studio with their new
say,
uniforms.
We have an updated studio, too, and it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
We're still kind of wearing silly kind of coats, but we look okay. We kind of look like insurance salesmen today, though.
I don't know how many insurance salesmen wear silver jackets.
Well, you got me there.
Where
I was thinking
from
more
the
with the jackets off.
From the Bling Insurance Company of Minnesota, where you're from?
From Bling, Minnesota. Yeah,
well, the
right.
Bling Insurance Corporation.
Kind of sounds
going
like
door
a town
to door.
in Minnesota, though. I can see it. They're like, yo, dog, you want some insurance?
Buy it for me. I have a shiny metallic jacket.
That's right. Who can say no to a shiny metallic jacket?
That's what I wear when I go out to the bars, though.
Do you really?
Yep.
I should know this, shouldn't I? It's true. But yours kind of...
Who can say no?
Well, me apparently, but like not a lot of other people. Not a lot of other people. Looks like the problems with Coco's computer. We're going to blame him anyway. Coco, shame on you. What did you do? What did you do to that computer, Coco? Yeah, that's right.
Animatedly pointing at his screen. Mickey
doesn't
seem too excited about this pause.
No, I mean, he's had a rough day. You know, I mean, he didn't get to fight in the last team fight of the last game. The victor hasn't been working out. He's been taking some chances and kind of dying.
He's died once.
Yeah, well, that's once. Style. Pure style for Chaser.
Worked better when his ID was Real Foxy.
Real stylish.
I feel like he could have started his own fashion line with the name Real Foxy. Would have
I
worked
think
out
so.
well for him.
Yeah. Better than his league career? What do you think?
Depends on how good of a designer he is,
I
man.
suppose. I haven't seen it.
I'd watch fashion or Project Runway with League of Legends players. I would love to see League of Legends players try and make
That would be
garments.
hilarious. You'd be like, well,
how does this sewing machine work?
I've got I made a T-shirt, and on the T-shirt I put one of my favorite characters from League of Legends. But it's done in sort of a cute style. They probably didn't draw it themselves, though. Yeah. And for the bottom half of the ensemble, I will wear blue jeans. There you go.
Nailed it.
Hey, and we nailed that pause, too. We're back in the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it will be the Elder Dragon next in his scary purple face.
Wow. That looks really dangerous. Don't do that, sir.
Well, Sivir has one of the least safe weapons to herself.
Yeah, really. It's been amazing for years. She hasn't cut her own arm off, waving that thing around.
Or cut herself in half as it comes back to her.
That too. She does have to kind of reach down in the middle of it to grab it when it comes back. So.
Yeah, terrifying. I'd rather just be Lucio to deal with some guns.
Yeah, no kidding. Looks way easier. And see, the thing is like, Sivir has to worry so much about cutting herself to ribbons with her own weapon that she can only run around, really. Whereas Lucian, like, he can dash, like, do all these cool things. He's got guns. Doesn't need to worry about hurting himself, you know?
Get out of here with your antiquated, dangerous technology,
Yeah.
Sivir.
Move into guns. Guns are the best.
This message brought to you by the NRA.
That's so true. There you go. This message is brought to you by Riot Games. Excuse me. Guns of the
He's been hovering around 3rd place in the solo queue rankings, or I suppose dynamic queue
Dynamic
queue rankings.
Dynamic
Excuse me.
makes it sound more exciting and energetic. Whoa, it's dynamic.
That's one way we could call it. But
Which
anyway,
is the opposite of what you would think a queue would be in general. But anyway, that's besides
it
the
depends
point.
on what country you're in
That's true.
as to whether queues are in fact dynamic
There's
or
some
not.
very dynamic queues in certain countries.
I was in Egypt at the end of last year, and those queues were crazy dynamic.
That sounds like a very dynamic queue. That's right. There was also a dynamic queue in Star Trek: The Next Generation. You never knew what that guy was going to do next.
You never.
He was
never
very
knew.
dynamic. Yeah. But anyway, Bless is good. That's what we're trying to say. That's the point.
That was the
here.
roundabout way to say that.